sure um, people have seen the video I'm going to talk about. Nevermore Aries also talked about this, and usually I wouldn't put my take on it if another practitioner already started a discussion about it, but it's just so fucked up that I need to put my take on it. So, this whole white people can't work with Lilith take is getting out of hand. And a lot of you are speaking with confidence instead of actual knowledge. You are not the gatekeepers of Lilith. She is not your deity to police. She is not owned by you, your friend group, or whatever corner of social media you learn this from. Lilith's roots go back to ancient Mesopotamian mythology, and then she shows up later in Jewish folklore. And even then, her story is not one fixed thing, it changes depending on the culture, the text, and the time period. So when you get on here acting like she is a closed or restricted to certain people, you're not being protective, you're being inaccurate. Now, let's be clear because nuance matters, and I'm not here to be ignorant. There are closed practices, there are traditions you don't just step into without lineage or permission or proper initiation. But Lilith herself, she is not one of those. And what really bothers me is you're turning spirituality into control. You're taking something that is supposed to be about personal connection, growth, and knowledge, and turning it into a rule book so you can tell other people what they are and are not allowed to do. That's not protection, that's ego. And honestly, it's a loud fucking ego. Because if we're being real, a lot of people saying this haven't actually done the deep research. They're repeating something they heard, adding a little attitude, and calling it truth. That's how misinformation spreads. Witchcraft is not about asking social media for permission. It's not about who can sound the most authoritative in a comment section. It's about study, respect, experience, and your actual relationship to what you're working with. And let me say this part very clearly. If Lilith wants to work with someone, she will. If she doesn't, she won't. No creator, no comment section, no viral take gets to override that, ever. And instead of focusing on controlling other people's paths, maybe focus on your own. Go deeper in your own practice. Actually learn the history instead of cherry picking it. Understand the difference between cultural respect and straight up gatekeeping. Because right now, a lot of you are confusing the two. Respect means you educate yourself, you honor origins, and you move with awareness. Gatekeeping is when you try to shut people out so you can feel like you have authority. And those are not the same thing. So stop trying to play spiritual authority over something you don't own. Stop spreading half informed takes like they're facts, and stop turning witchcraft into something small, controlled, and fear based, because that's not what this path is. And if you really understood that, you wouldn't be acting like this.